Hi guys, here's a lovely recipe for brown soda bread that I got off the Board Bia website, and I really like it because while it's brown and rich in fibre, it's also really light and easy to do. It has a nice light crumb and it's actually a quick bread, so you could make this every day if you like without having to get up at the crack of dawn to allow for proving and all that mess. I served it up with my spiced carrot, orange and coriander soup, and it was a marriage made in heaven. Start off by weighing out your dry ingredients, starting with 250 grams of whole wheat flour. Then add that to a large mixing bowl. Then weigh out another 200 grams of plain white flour and add to the mixing bowl with the whole wheat flour. Now to the large mixing bowl add 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt and add a teaspoon of bicarb or baking soda. You can sieve this if you like, but the traditional Irish way is to rub it against your palms, breaking up any clumps that might have come together. Now if you have one, swap the wooden spoon for a sieve and gently sieve all the dry ingredients together to make sure that they're all incorporated and evenly dispersed. Now in a large measuring jug, mix up your wet ingredients, starting with 350 milliliters of buttermilk. To that add 1 egg and just eyeball about a half a teaspoon of honey. Now whisk all the wet ingredients together until they're all nice and evenly incorporated. Now just bring back the dry ingredients and pour the wet ingredients into them. Now mix everything together with a wooden spoon and some elbow grease until you have a nice evenly incorporated dough. You could use a freestanding mixer for this if you like, but to be honest I don't think you're saving that much time when you think about the work involved with washing up the freestanding mixer, but suit yourself. Once that's mixed, take the standard 2-pound loaf tin and add a teaspoon of vegetable oil to it and just spread it all around, greasing all the sides. Then pile the bread dough into it and try to even it out as much as you possibly can. Now the recipe says to sprinkle some sesame seeds over the top, and you can do that if you want, but I'm using pumpkin seeds here because they'll toast up in the oven, and I'm using toasted pumpkin seeds to garnish the soup that I'm serving this bread with. You can suit yourself, but just make sure you bake for 45 to 50 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Once you take it out, make sure it's done by prodding it with a skewer or a thin knife. Stick the knife or skewer into a crack, and if it comes out clean, then it's done. If not, stick it back into the oven for another 5 or 10 minutes. Then let it cool for a minimum of 10 minutes until it's okay to take it out of the tray. Just loosen it with a knife first before you turn it out onto a wire rack and let it cool completely. This is so good, the fresher the better. I suggest you slice it up and smother it with good Irish butter. Preferably while it's still warm and the butter will melt into it. It'll be so beautiful. Just serve it up with my spiced carrot, orange and coriander soup, and it just matches so well with it. Thanks so much for watching guys, I hope you liked this recipe. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. You can check me out on social media if you like. You'll find all the links to my accounts in the description, as well as the link to my blog where you'll find this full recipe at www.rookiecook.org.